you enjoy the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Alright, I'm here. Let me undeafen and unmuted. Are you guys there?
Yep.
How are you guys doing? Everybody enjoying this session so far? You guys are doing really good, I think. Really
just rolling with the punches.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with that. You guys are doing such a good job with that. It's like, man, I just like I mean we can talk about it after. It's like all improvised from you guys, and I'm really impressed.
Back. Ramblinman, I sent you a message on Discord.
Oh, it looks like Tim sent me a bunch of messages. Sorry, Tim.
I ended up just sending them in direct message on Roll20.
Yeah, it's easier for me to see the Roll20. Okay. Yeah, it's totally not what it looks like, right? Oh, I guess we're just still waiting on some folks to get back here.
I'm back.
Alrighty. Everyone has said you did do something with that roll, Wolf. I know it's not clear to you yet, but you have caused something, right?
Hey.
Yeah, you know when you're playing like a puzzle game or an adventure story game, and you press a button in the dungeon, and you hear something move, and you have no idea what it is, and then you spend the next hour trying to figure it out. I feel like that's what we did to Wolf.
Yeah, you hear a faint grinding sound in the distance. Okay.
Well, don't fret, because I think we're about to see what Wolf did.
I realized while I was gone that I should have asked if I recognize the half face.
Oh. Okay. Did somebody say something to Wolf while I was gone? Did somebody give him spoilers?
No?
I should have been more specific.
We told him that it was all improvised.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's basically what we said.
Basically, I gave them the premise, and I was like, "Let's just improvise and go with it, guys, and see what happens."
The first thing he said was like, I feel like this has been planned for a long time.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, kind of, but kind of not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, planned is a strong word, but I will say, like, I think it was like the episode after you left. I came to them and I was like, guys, this is what I want to do for when he comes back. And I need you guys to kind of be in on it. Kind of thing is what I said, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, really. I mean, we talked about it for like an hour before the session today. We might have like talked a little bit about it in passing between then and now. Kudos to these guys for just like totally improvising. I don't know. I've been really impressed with what you guys are doing.
There's only been like 2 instances where I noticed hesitation. Otherwise, it feels like I'm part of a play, and I don't know.
Good.
And they're like, "Don't know who you're playing. Just go with it." What?
That's exactly the feeling I wanted you to get. Was like just confusion and like that's exactly what I wanted. And yeah, you guys have been doing really good with all the like jumping in where you need to, and like the Tim like saying stuff, and like, you know, he's been whispering me like, this is what I want to do, and his ideas are way better than anything that I had planned. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it's these guys here. So I was just like, this is what I think maybe we should do. You guys improvise. You guys do the work.
I mean, we technically improvise every session because we don't know what you have planned most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what I have planned most of the time. All right. Well, I think we got everybody here now. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like it. All right.
Yeah.
So I guess we jump back in. We left off with Ishu chowing down on some dude. Oh yeah, the face. Make a perception check for me, Vash, as you glance at that scene really quick. We'll see if you recognize the face.
Fail, it's because it's dark.
I mean, you got light in there. I figure 10 might be enough. And plus, I kind of wanted to drop this reference in at some point. I told the party, I think when we talked before, I was like, yeah, I'll drop this in somewhere maybe. It's Lapel. It's Lapel's face.
He was the guy helping us, right?
Yeah, he was the magistrate leader, Black River's guy.
Right.
He was the one that Tim had originally gotten those healing tiles from.
Right.
Yeah. Blessed Saint of Heaven, Lapel. That guy. That is all. Continue.
Did anyone else react when I mentioned the who are you eating? Besides,
I think Orilyn did ask who as like.
Yeah, she was like, who? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Odayn was like,
Lapel.
that's normal.
Yeah.
Looks a bit like Lapel. What happened to him?
Oh, Vash, I think you know what happened to Lapel.
Yeah, but I want to see what they say.
Does Vash actually say that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Who are you talking to?
Isn't important.
Orlin, I think it's getting worse. Maybe we should bring him back to Ekafa.
Probably a good idea. She does do a lot for him. So.
Plus, I'm sure Ishu is busy right now, so best not to disturb him.
I think he's chewing on Lapel's left arm.
Anyways, Vash, let's go back to see your wife.
Really?
It is
None of
dark
this
in
is
there.
weird to you.
I think you might just be seeing tricks of the light.
Yeah. So let's go see your wife. Let's go to the tavern.
Bird is gonna fly over, grab onto Ishu, and teleport him outside.
Okay. All right. I said that like once the light hit him, he pulled the body or the arm like into the darkness. But I'm still gonna let you do this if you want to. Does anybody else want to do anything before he does this? I just want to give everybody an opportunity to act here.
I'm assuming we're not looking into the house right now. We're talking to Vash.
Yeah. I think
So-
he's just looking in. Are you've been just like standing there looking in, Vash, or?
Yeah, I've just been like peeking through the blinds.
Yeah. So he can see if that's he can see in there if that's what the concern is.
No, but we can't.
I mean, if you guys want to look,
So
you
we
can.
weren't reacting.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you
Okay.
wouldn't be
Oh, yeah,
reacting.
yeah. So you wouldn't be watching. You wouldn't know. Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So the bird flies. We see the bird like dart across the room. And then you can do this. You can teleport Ishu outside. He'll appear with the bird, however would normally happen. Don't people around it take damage or something?
About 10 feet away.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna, So he about 10 feet away from you guys. The bird and Ishu like appear with like a boom and probably like a fireworks display. And Ishu's probably standing there still holding the severed arm. He does he have to be willing? Yeah, I think he has to be willing to go, right?
It doesn't say that. It just says the spirit and each... Oh, yeah, it does. Sorry. The spirit and each willing creature of your choice.
Yeah, so actually, I mean, I kind of wanted to do that, but I don't think he would be willing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really wanted to. I really wanted to have that scene. But unfortunately, the rules say we can't. So
Vash knows that they have to be willing, right? Or would he know that?
yeah, probably. I mean, you have an innate knowledge of how your magic works. I think it's fair to say you wouldn't make the mistake.
I mean, that's
Have them
you
grab onto
knew
the half
when
body.
Yeah, you've been using this.
You knew when you tried to save Drogo,
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
and it didn't work.
made that mistake before. Dang it. Can I grab the half body? Well, can it grab the half body and teleport? Because technically it's not even a creature, it's just an object.
Yeah. Does it have to be a creature? Can you link the teleport thing?
I think it could be a thing because we were deciding whether we should try and save Drogo or get the box.
Oh, that doesn't show me the.
I still think it's funny
Yeah,
that we had a serious conversation about whether a party member was as important as a chest.
I know, right?
Spirit, each willing creature of your choice can teleport. I mean, it doesn't say objects or corpses. And because it specifically has to be a willing creature, I feel like a willing creature is alive, right? Like it has to be a living creature. If you really want to do it, I'm gonna let you do it. Fuck it. I'll let you do it. I don't care. Yes, you can teleport the body outside if you like. Sure. The body appears. It's like at first it's like standing up vertical, but it's like a bisected body, right? Because it was like sitting on a hook.
False.
Yeah, and then it just like wetly falls over to the ground. The worms now exposed to like sunlight. There's probably like a slight hissing sound as they like retreat into the corpse. Some of them are probably burned from close contact with the bird too, and part of the body is probably singed a little bit. It would take damage, I guess. I don't know.
The burning thing is kind of a if I will it.
Okay, all right.
But so I guess I just glance up to see respond.
Okay.
Wait, so you teleported just the body, right?
Yeah, you
Half
just
the body.
teleported like half the body outside. There's no response from Ishu inside.
Hey, Shu, I've got your mail.
There's no response.
Vash, why would you interrupt?
Continued munching.
Yeah.
He had one of the arms, and you teleported the rest of the body that you could see out. He's still like munching on that arm wherever he is in the darkness.
One of you find this odd?
Not really.
All right.
So
No facial expressions at all, or anything from any of them.
About your wife. Let's go
roll.
see her.
I mean, you rolled a good insight check on Odayn earlier. I think it stands, and said he's oddly nonchalant about this. I mean, there's definitely something weird about Odayn's behavior, and it might be that there's no emotional expression, or at least not one that fits the situation, right? Like, he's oddly positive even for Odayn. Odayn is always like a super optimistic guy, I imagine. But yeah, even for Odayn, he's like a little nonchalant about. I mean, this is obvious. It looks obviously weird, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
So I'll say, all right. I guess we can head back to the tavern.
I mean, it's just the dead body of a friend. What's the big deal?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
What?
Never mind.
Who are you talking to?
Just myself.
And what are you saying to yourself?
What's the other half of this conversation you're having with yourself?
Well, I talk to myself, but myself doesn't often respond. That's how I know I'm not crazy.
Odayn scratches his head. He's like, that makes no sense.
Club. Anyone want a snack for the road? And I'll kind of gesture to the body.
How about that hawk bean soup? Did you try it? How about you chow down on that hawk bean soup that I made?
I'm good. Stew's kind of hard to eat traveling. Figured you might want a thigh bone or something. Anyways, let's go.
Yeah, we can get some food back at the tavern.
That'd be great.
All right. Odayn's gonna lead the way back.
Orilyn will call out to Ishu. Ishu, your food's out here.
There's like an angry snarl. Like,
I didn't do it, and she'll run off.
yeah, and then like maybe we hear. I think as you guys are like walking away or running off, we hear something like hit the locked door like really hard, like boom, and it rattles. Yeah, and then we can just leave that alone. I'm sure nothing's going on there, and we can just follow you guys to the tavern if you like.
I leave the bird sitting on the thing.
On what thing?
On the
arm.
On the body?
Just sitting there. It's not burning it or anything. Just gonna sit there for about an hour and delay him.
Okay, alright, sure, yeah.
Well, if you cook the body, he might not want it.
Yeah.
Alright. So Bird stays chilling on the body. You guys are going to the tavern?
We were looking for a Kafa.
Yeah. You guys left her at the tavern. She was going to catch up with you, I think she said. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are going that direction, she probably would bump into you like right outside the tavern. She probably would spent way longer than she should have chatting with friends. She was probably enjoying herself, so she like just hung around and just chatted for a little while.
It's stressful, you know, when your partner's all.
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of used to it. She figures he's in good hands with you guys, right? If anybody if anybody can handle him trying to fireball somebody, like a whole group of people, it's probably you guys.
Akafa, I think your husband is talking to himself.
I'm not sure our conversations with him are helping much this time.
For the record, no memories.
Has he tried to kill you all yet?
Yeah, he did the whole preparing to cast it, and I deflected it.
I can try again.
Well, I was gonna say I'm glad he waited until he was away from us to do it, but she like
Yeah,
she winks at you, Vash. She's like, I don't know. I trust him.
You don't want to burn your wife and kid, do you, Vash?
Why would you do that?
Hold on, I'm thinking.
I'm talking to yourself again.
Do you believe in children?
I mean, she looks somewhat concerned. She probably trades glances with Orilyn. And I mean, like, she kind of like she's like looking over her shoulder at Vash, but she like turns the front of her body away from him, and she's kind of holding the kid in front of her, like just in case. But probably nothing's gonna happen.
To be fair, I don't remember us having a lot of good luck with kids.
But this is your kid, Vash.
You raised him.
Fruit of your loins.
Yeah, she sighs, and she's probably like, oh, that's the 1,000th time I've heard that one.
So I was promised food at the tavern.
Oh, yeah, let's go inside and maybe try our luck and cook you.
Yeah,
I guess he'll lead the way.
Certainly not trying to group all of you into one location. What? No, I'm not. No. All right. No, but be quiet now. Okay, thanks.
All right. So he's losing his mind. Clearly. Yeah, I think. What was her name? Akafa.
Akafa.
I think she's like, I'm gonna take the little one back to the cabin for a little while. You know, like.
Does she actually look worried finally? Good.
Yeah. I think she probably looks genuinely concerned. Again, probably trades a couple knowing glances with like Odayn or Orilyn or Fee. Like, oh, this is a bad one this time, huh? Kind of thing.
Yeah. The copper.
Yeah.
How about you, Copperfield, your husband? I think he's hot-headed right now. He's probably having a fever.
You asked her to cop a feel? Is that what you asked her to do? I think she says when he gets like this, he doesn't really like that kind of thing, and I'd rather not make him uncomfortable. But you know, if the inspiration strikes, I suppose.
I give her like inspiration.
What is the role to seduce? I don't.
I'm just gonna give her a wink and then use my bonus. Inspire her.
Okay. She'll try to plant one on Vash, I guess. What's inspiration? Give her like an extra what? D6 or
D8 or D6?
D8 by level 7, isn't it?
It's D8.
Okay.
He multi-classed a little bit, so
we
weren't sure.
It's D8.
All right. Well, she is a commoner, so she has a +0 to performance.
I let her.
I was just gonna see how good it is, how good she kisses you.
Oh, okay.
But so here's the D20 roll, and we'll give her a D8 on top of it. Oh, it's not great. Not great.
Sloppy.
Oh,
very sloppy.
It's not great. I don't know. I don't know,
Now.
Vash. Maybe you just don't feel that spark there. You know.
She kisses just fine, but she grabs back my head and that hurt.
Oh, okay, all right. That makes sense. Yeah. And then she says, catch you later back at the house. Don't be late. And she winks, maybe, and heads back to the cabin with the kid. And don't let him get drunk this time, Odayn.
I can't make any promises, my dear.
The kid maybe is like, Daddy drinks too much. Or something like as they're walking off. Yeah.
I don't think I could drink too much. Isn't that right, Avachoy?
What? What do you mean? Sorry,
You can't drink too much, can you?
I was sorry. I was miles away. Guess it wasn't
Never
important. He goes back to his 1,000-yard stare. Just like lost in thought and brooding, in a drunken stupor. But he's still following you guys around.
I guess Odayn's gonna go in, and then he's gonna go to the kitchen and try to see if we have any good food to serve.
Okay, so you guys walk into the inn, and everybody's butchered, like blood everywhere. People are dead at the table. People are dead at the bar. It's just like a mess. Like there's gaping wounds all over everybody. Everybody's just dead. Like everybody in the inn was murdered.
Can I walk in and just take a seat at an open chair?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Odayn's gonna go to the kitchen and look for good food.
Yeah.
Timothy starts chuckling.
There's still
this
some.
is a new one.
Yeah, there's still some
out of
food
character. What did she do?
Yeah, so there's still food in the back and stuff. It's just like a bunch of dead bodies all over the place. Some of them have the worms writhing in them. And Vash, as you like walk by them, they like there's like a high pitched like sound that kind of comes from them. There's like 1,000 in unison all at once. But yeah, they kind of like screech at you as you walk by some of the corpses. And yeah, you can take a seat at the bar, no problem.
Take an extra step away from those, but yeah, sit down.
Yeah, don't want to get too close.
Looks like my wife had fun, eh?
Odayn's in the kitchen, so I guess just you guys there.
So we all see this too, then.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean,
yeah, it looks like it. And
Party.
Orilyn will just move in to sit down.
Careful, you're gonna sit. Yeah, that was an eyeball.
Prestidigitize myself clean.
so what do you guys want to do? You just gonna eat, drink, that kind of stuff?
I mean, if no one is speaking, I guess I back. I have like I have a plate of some leftover hawk bean soup that that Fee made earlier, and then serve it to them. I step over some of the bodies as I like head over to their table. Here you go, fresh from the kitchen, courtesy of Chef Fee.
Thank you, Fate.
Captain Chef.
Captain Chef Fee, correct.
You're welcome.
So do you dig in?
I leave it sitting in front of me for a minute.
Okay.
Start blowing on it or something.
Yeah, I mean it's hot soup. It's probably got a little bit of steam coming off of it.
Any beaks in it, or?
Well, if you want to check it out, I was waiting for you to like pick up a spoon of it or something. But yeah.
Swirl the spoon in it.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of eyes.
Vash, don't be shy. And then like Odayn takes a spoonful and eats some.
Yeah, his was mostly maggots, but there might have been an eye in there. Hard to tell.
Surely you remember how good feast cooking was when we were traveling.
I remember a lot of fish.
Yeah, that was my cooking. Actually, this is Fee's cooking.
Yeah, I think
cooking.
Avachai like pulls up a spoonful, and it's got like a bunch of like I don't know if you'd be able to tell what it is, but he puts it in his mouth and it crunches a little bit, and he says, "The fingernails are the best part." Like chomping on it.
Yeah. So I'm curious. When do we start playing around?
Playing around.
Yeah. You know, when do the monsters come?
There are no monsters.
There are no
here.
monsters.
Wolf, you see Timothy look over your shoulder into your bowl of soup and kind of poke at it a little bit. Huh. I didn't know that hawks had fingers.
That's because I don't.
What doesn't what?
What are you trying to get across to me here?
What?
I'm saying that looking over my shoulder at Tim.
Yeah, Tim is gone.
Get across to you. What? What do you mean?
He's talking to himself again.
This is great town we have now. No violence here, no death. We are all happy.
Well, no one important dies, anyways, right?
Because of you.
Right. So you were speaking about a game.
Yeah, I mean, what do we do for fun?
Oh, I think I have something. And then he goes
You
back
play some
upstairs.
music, Odayn.
Wait, Odayn's gonna go upstairs to grab something.
Okay.
And then he's gonna come back down, and he's gonna take out a set of mahjong tiles.
Yeah, all
we
right.
can play some mahjong. That's always fun. Anyone up for a game?
I'm not familiar with game. You may have to teach.
Okay, Odayn's gonna start. What did you say? Sorry, Ferdy, what?
It's up to 4 players.
Well, Vash seems to want to play. And I can sit out and I can just teach you guys. And then he starts setting up the game.
So they're like setting up the game, and you hear them talking to each other, Vash, but we hear the sort of the sound of their voices kind of fade into the background. And then someone else sits down at the bar with you, and I think maybe at first you're not looking directly at him, but it's Tulpa. He sits down next to you, and he says something like, "I think Vash wants to try to wake up." Is that right?
Is yes.
He just says it out loud. He's not really like. I mean, I guess he's asking you. Yeah.
I look up and I just wait for a response from anyone.
Yeah, I don't think they hear him.
That's what Vash figured. Oh, so you are ready to play?
It's not a game, Vash. There's nothing to play here.
Then
I
what's the
made a
point?
mistake, and for that I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell you that. I thought this would go differently. I didn't think that everything would go so poorly. I thought maybe I could have a discussion with my sibling. You understand?
Not completely.
Vash,
Have you been
I
in control?
did something to you that was wrong. I thought I was doing the right thing. I was mistaken. You'll probably never forgive me for this, and it's okay. I understand that. But I need you to know, you've determined none of this is real, right? He kind of like gestures around him, like at the rest of the inn.
There was a couple clues that gave it away.
Right.
A few things here and there.
You started scratching at the walls, and it hasn't been a good reaction. It's not me. You understand?
So you're not doing this?
No, Vash, I'm the only thing stopping it.
You're trying to protect me.
I'm trying, but I can't last much longer. His nose starts to bleed. He doesn't, like, acknowledge it at all.
What?
What was I saying? Sorry.
What are you protecting me from?
Right. Vash, the things it's doing to us. Look, you got a choice here. I know it's not real. It isn't perfect, but it's close, right? Isn't that all we can really hope for? You can stay here, you can live out your life, minus the bodies. If you don't fight it, everything can be peaceful here, it can be normal. But you have to accept it. If you leave, the pain alone will be immeasurable. I don't know what it will do to your mind. Most likely, I'll be destroyed regardless. But you keep pushing, and he winces kind of in pain as like his nose starts to bleed more. It doesn't like that. Just give it what it wants.
Just give it what it wants, Vash.
Sorry, what was I saying?
Does it want us out of the way?
No, it wants something from you. You can't let it have it.
Just stay here, Vash. You can be happy.
That was the first mistake. Happy doesn't work. If you want real, go for misery.
Fair enough. How do you plan to leave? If I can't figure it out,
I seriously doubt you can.
Either way,
he's like sobbing now.
Show me the door.
I'm sorry, you have to believe me.
I didn't know what it would do.
I don't think I can show you the door. I think we both know there's only one way out.
I assume everyone else has just been kind of still.
Yeah, they're just like going on about their business, maybe. Like nothing's happening. Like they're probably playing mahjong. Maybe like Orilyn like pushes one of the bodies out of the way so they can set up the tiles on the table. Like doesn't even seem weird to her.
As good a play as it was. If it isn't real, it's not worth anything.
You'll be begging for it
when you see what's waiting for you.
I have.
He like winces in pain again. This wasn't what I intended. I was trying to help.
So, out of character.
Yeah.
You said that there's only one way to do it. Like, I should know what it is.
I mean, he's
I have two ideas.
Yeah, okay.
The back of the neck or killing yourself.
Okay. I don't want you to feel like you have to have your character kill yourself. Like, I know that's really dark. Yeah, I can see how like somebody might have a problem with that if it was to like force their character to kill themselves to do something. So like if you want to leave, we can talk about ways you could do that. But if you want to do it that way, that's fine. We can do it that way.
I'm alright. I just wasn't sure exactly what he was referring to.
I mean, that's kind of what he was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. I figured, but if I was wrong, like with the fireball, that might go badly.
Yeah. You could also like just try to. You have your psychic bullshit. Like you could try to like do something with that. Like you wake yourself up like it's a lucid dream or something. But I mean, things are weird now. Like it's already kind of trippy and dreamlike. but things will get weirder.
Right.
I mean, by this point, probably some of the bodies in the room are starting to like move across the floor, like they're being carried by ants. Nobody else seems to notice. It's not.
That's interesting.
I think, like, if you're looking around the room, if you focus on one spot for too long, like if you're looking at a picture on the wall or something, it probably starts to kind of droop and maybe melt as if it's kind of made out of wax. But if you're gonna do something, then I need some kind of drastic action here.
The problem I'm running into is I didn't take any weapons.
Don't worry about your stuff, bro.
No, I mean, all he has is a spoon.
Oh yeah.
Hard to do it with a spoon.
You could.
There's a weapon. There's a weapon on the wall of the tavern.
Yeah,
I mean, it's Odayn's tavern, so
You could also find like silverware or
yeah, I was
something.
gonna say you could also have him go into the kitchen and get like a
Knife.
chef's knife or something.
For the record, and he's gonna say this to everyone else, I hope this is the way it actually turns out. And I will try to fireball again.
Okay. Cast fireball. I'm assuming you're gonna choose to fail.
Well, the good news for all instances is Orilyn already used her second spell to talk to the plants, so she can't counterspell even if I wanted to. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Odayn have it?
I'll give you.
Odayn doesn't have counterspell.
Okay. Ishu's not here, so he can't counterspell.
Might as well end in fire.
It usually does.
Oh, should I actually cast it?
Yeah, cast it, man. We need to see that damage.
Alright. Not bad.
Alright. So I'm assuming you choose to fail, right?
Yeah.
Take
Drop
20.
my toes.
Yeah. Take 25 fire damage. Fee, take 25 fire damage. Everybody else can roll or choose to fail or whatever.
I really hope I don't have to burn through my actual health pool.
Yeah, I might as well roll. Just to see. No, I take the 25.
I'll probably just fail.
Okay.
Because I'm too busy. I'm too busy with the mahjong tiles.
Okay. So, like, the room explodes in fire. We see, like, bits of, like, bodies and, you know, wood from the tables and counters, and, like, the room is scorched. Parts of it are just, like, completely blown apart and blown outward. Is anybody down? Does it take anybody down?
That's only about half of what my
Okay.
max hit points are.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
were at max. I think we're all fine.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you burn through all, you do the damage, you take the damage. Everybody in the room explodes. You're all suddenly aware. Vash was just like sitting at the table by himself talking. Just before you cast the spell, he sort of like smiles at you, and then the spell goes off, and like as the smoke, the flash clears, suddenly he's not there. Yeah, I mean, you guys can react to it however you like. You got. I mean, he fireballed everybody. So do whatever you guys want to do here.
I think you know that meme with the dog on the room on fire.
Yeah.
I
I think Odayn's just gonna keep playing mahjong.
This
Yeah, I
is
think-
fine.
I
Orilyn,
sent that in the group chat a while ago.
Yeah, I saw.
I think Orlin's probably doing the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
So Vash, it's your turn. Your move.
Technically, he just made it.
I mean, it burns a lot, Vash.
Oh, I'm sure it hurts like hell.
I think you feel make a wisdom check. Okay.
For a wise character, not that wise.
Okay. You feel like your head start pounding in addition to like all the damage you just took. The nose bleeds. You feel like a slight pinch on the back, like on your wound on the back of your head. And the pain radiates through your whole body.
So it feels like I need to keep going.
Absolutely, bro.
Hey. And I'm not there anymore? Where am I?
You're still in the inn.
Oh. But they can't see me now.
It's Tulpa that disappeared.
Oh, I thought you said I disappeared.
No. You're still in the inn with everybody. Tulpa's just the guy that was sitting there talking to you. He's just suddenly not there.
We're all staring at you because it's your turn for mahjong.
Yeah.
As we burn.
Yeah.
As we burn.
Basically,
As
yeah.
our skin starts melting off.
Surely Fee has a sword.
Currently, Fee has a
Yeah.
sword. Yeah, I think she said she had a weapon on her. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna go in and try to take it.
All
You
right.
need help? Here.
No, I'm fine. Thanks though.
Are you just gonna like take the sword and try to impale yourself on it?
Uh-huh.
All right. What kind of?
Well,
sword? I mean, you can hit yourself. I mean, like the only thing I can think, like I don't think you'd have to roll to hit yourself. I think you could willingly do it. The only thing I've seen people do sometimes is like make a wisdom check to see if you can go through with it. But I feel like you're pretty committed and you're Vash, so like I don't think I need to give you a wisdom check. I think if you want to do it, you're going to be able to do it probably.
that's a thing now, apparently. Bash. Yeah, just handle on the table and point against the neck and then free fall.
Oh, okay. All right, so take 1 billion damage. You auto fail death saves, I guess.
I have
and
spells, I'll be fine.
and you're dead. The rest
Man,
of the party.
it's a shame this is all real.
Yeah,
No.
turns out no. Just kidding. He's just been hallucinating the whole time.
To make a new character.
Yep. I got 2 of you guys. Now I just gotta kill the rest. No. Yeah. So I think you feel the blade go into your neck. Like the pain is excruciating. You feel your mouth fill up with blood. You begin feeling yourself choke on the blood and the sword as the lights slowly go out. And we see all this from your perspective. And you find yourself back into the burned forest.
If it was with Fee's sword, does he get temporary hit points for reducing your creature to 0 health?
No. Don't worry about hit points right now. You find yourself like coming to, like you have no idea how long you've been out. You find yourself like coming to in the burnt forest, not like waking up on the ground, just sort of like coming to consciousness, like already standing or comfortable or however you would normally be. And Tulpa's standing there before you. He's grievously wounded. I think his all of his orifices are bleeding. Some of his skin appears to be like torn apart in certain places. He's probably still appearing as like a Grovey, maybe. I think that it would be fine. And yeah, he's just like severely like deteriorated. And he's just like standing, or probably like he's probably more kneeling, like on the ground, like he can barely move.
I know you said it, but I really didn't think that hurt that much.
Yeah, he's like he speaks through gritted teeth. And he's just like, it always does.
Is there a way to help you?
No, I don't think so. There is like there's like a chest, like a, well, not like a chest, but more like a little, almost like a little music box at his feet. Just like a little, slightly ornately carved music box. And he's just like sitting there, and he says, "You have a chance before you go. You can take something with you." And he's like wincing in pain every few seconds. And he says, "But there's going to be a price."
Puzzled by this, I'll go and open the...
Okay, so before you do this, I just want to let you know what's going on here. This is all like happening, like who knows how this is really happening. This is probably just how your brain's perceiving it or whatever, right? Like bullshit.
Mindscape.
Yeah. So we're gonna let you wake up or get out of this or whatever. The box is like a chance for you to get some knowledge about the flesh, like maybe a weakness or something that it's up to. But you would innately know that you're gonna have to like pay a cost, like a real cost for this. When I say that, I mean like possible physical corruption, deformity, of some kind. You don't have to do this, okay? This could be like a chance for you to have some kind of, like, if you want to play with your character, have some kind of like flesh corruption that you take with you. Like, I know Vash has been interested in like trying to use the flesh, right? Like for his own gain kind of thing. So this could be like some entrances to that. I don't want to force any of that on you, unless you want to do that. But there is like some kind of price to pay, and we can talk about exactly what that does to you. It could just be like, I was talking to the party earlier when I was kind of like brainstorming like stuff for this. It could just be like one of your eyes is disfigured, or like one of your arms is burned so badly that it's hard to use, kind of thing. It doesn't have to be anything like your eye being disfigured wouldn't take away vision from you on your stat sheet or anything like that. But let's talk about this out of character to see what you're feeling here.
Okay. Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I think the last time I played it was beat, and there was some lore drops there, but I don't know what Vash would as far as the everything that's going on at this point.
Like, so your concern is like you're not sure what Vash is aware of, like.
I'm not sure how Vash would choose. Yeah, because if I remember right, the flesh is one of the things that seems to be so powerful that even the Arcanas and the whatnot can't directly deal with it, right?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that it's some, like, the rest of the party I think knows this because I basically told them. It's essentially like a primordial god, possibly, or some kind of like primordial force, like maybe like the fountain, like but it's like really like more powerful than other gods, like it seems like, because it's sort of been like hunting them, kind of thing.
Because in the B team, I think one of the journals or whatever mentioned that eventually the flesh
Consumes everything, basically, like all of reality, kind of thing. You could take like some. I mean, there's some stuff that I know about the flesh that I haven't told you guys. You could get, like, the secret you take with you could be some of that knowledge, right? Like, where does it? I can tell you, give you examples of things that it might be. Where does the flesh come from? Could be what, like, how did it come into existence, kind of thing. Why is it trying to consume everything? What is its ties to heaven and other gods and the Arcana? Does it have any weaknesses? Like, is there a way to stop it? We haven't really like seen a direct. This is how you stop the thing.
is this a choice that I make as far as which question I want answered, or is it somewhat random? If I go through with it.
I mean, I might be willing to kind of give you all of those.
Oh,
like,
that's a lot.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I'll do. I'll either give you a weakness, or I'll give you the rest of that stuff. Like,
That's fair.
how do we stop it? What is it afraid of, kind of thing. Like, if it bleeds, we can kill it. But like, I'll either give you like that, or I'll give you the rest of this stuff, and I'll let you decide which. You'll definitely get some kind of special insight into it regardless. You don't have to do this at all.
Right.
You can just be like, it's not worth the cost, basically. We'll figure out a way, kind of thing.
Trying to decide what he would think. Because if he does know some of that lore, and he knows it's a god-killing thing.
I mean, I think Lapel told you guys that he was worried this thing was going to be either has already or was going to be killing Arcana, like consuming them.
Was that before or after Vash left?
I think that was
down
in
into the caves, though.
I think that was in Watim Tam when Vash was with you guys and you met him in that inn or bar or whatever. I think that's when
he tried to imply the gravity of the situation, yeah. He has a problem with it.
But like the knowledge you get here would be knowledge that like even Lapel didn't know about this thing. Because remember, like one of Lapel's big faults was he was missing a lot of his memory. And that hasn't been explained yet. It's a hard decision, right?
It is kind of, yeah. Does Vash have the feeling that his name, the guy bleeding, the thing in my mind?
Tulpa?
Yes. Gone or good?
I mean, I think he basically just said that he's probably going to be destroyed whatever happens here. Or corrupted in some way. He's not dead yet. And like I'm not gonna take him from you. Your character like kinda depends on him, so I might keep him around in some form. But there might be like a major change with Tulpa.
I had a fleeting thought of when you said he can take something with him, of grabbing Tulpa and going.
Oh, that's a good idea, bro. That's creative. I didn't even
That
think
was my initial idea.
I didn't even think of that. But I really dig it. If you want, you'll pay a price, but you'll save Tulpa. How about that? See, the thing is, what's going on here is the flesh is attacking your mind right now, and Tulpa is the only thing stopping it from like fully on devouring you.
Right.
And like basically, he's going to sacrifice himself so you can get out, but you're making this choice. Maybe you're stronger than even mentally than even Tulpa realized. Right?
What was my initial? Not that this idea was my initial idea. So if it's a choice, if it's a possibility, I think that's what we'd go with. I think.
Yeah. You still there? I think we lost you. Wolf? Did I get DC'd? Maybe I did.
Set to
Did I get
auto
DC'd?
server
Okay,
mute.
yeah.
Yeah, you went to the AFK channel, and I don't know
you
why.
did.
That's weird. I don't know. That's weird. Oh well, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. I think it cut me off right when you were talking. So can you just say what you said?
Oh, that was my initial idea, and I think that's probably what Vash would go with if he thinks he can get away with it. Because one, it's against the rules, which he likes, and two, he thinks that Tulpa, the thing inside of him, is the only special thing about him. So he'd probably try to hang on to that.
Are you willing to pay a price for that?
Probably.
All right.
Do I need to? Are you going to decide what the price is?
I'm trying to decide if I should decide or if I should come up with a list and like have you roll. I'm still kind of trying to decide how to improvise the scene to play out when you do this. Just give me a second to think.
I came up with something you weren't expecting.
Oh, totally, yeah. I had not accounted for this at all. Okay. Well, let's talk about what kind of disfigurement you'd have, Vash. I'm assuming it could be. I'm assuming you don't want to be like corrupted by the flesh. Like have flesh worms living in you and that kind of thing. Other things I was thinking about is like a malformed eye or like burns like across your body or on a particular place. But because you're like grabbing Tulpa,
Maybe he gets the neck wound for real.
yeah, that's a good point. That's actually pretty good.
Maybe that's how the flesh has been attacking him. Is it's
Yeah.
got a latch onto.
Yeah, that is kind of what I was getting at with that.
So
Okay.
the door breaks them. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
give you access.
All right. So like, here's what we see. We see like Tulpa's still knelt down with the little box in front of him. You like, I guess, grab him. How do you want to like grab him and like pull him up?
I still don't know how to leave. So
I mean, it's just gonna happen.
right.
Like it's just it's just gonna like things are about to get really graphic here in a second. So it's just gonna
It's
happen.
through Vash's force of will that it just happened.
Yeah.
I would say that he probably moves closer and bends down as if to open the box, and then just kind of grabs in front of Topa.
Yeah, I like that. Like we see your hand hesitate over the box for a second. Yeah, and you grab Tulpa, pull him to his feet. I think he's like face to face with you, and we see like his eyes and mouth open, and there's just like blinding light pouring from his eyes and mouth. And he like sort of smiles and he says, I hope you chose wisely. Like there's like quaking and shaking, like there's some like we get the impression of like a cataclysm happening. And then everything like flashes white. And then we fade back in on darkness. And we hear like the sound of dripping and moisture. We hear like squishing sounds. And we hear like a low thrum of like a heartbeat. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And then like in the darkness, maybe it crosses to like night vision or like black and white so we can like see in the darkness. And we see like Vash's body and just like mounds of flesh. There's like tentacles in like one hook to the back of his neck. There's probably a few like on his body in different places, like piercing into the skin. There's definitely one that's like found its way into his under his eyelid and pushed back behind his eye, and maybe his eye's like bulging out quite a bit. And that's where you come to consciousness. You wake up. We see your eyes open. The pain is pretty immense. You feel things like attached to your body, like you feel things like squirming around in like your arm or part of your chest, maybe your neck. What do you want to do?
Assume it's pitch black.
I mean,
So
yeah,
the only sense I have is hearing and feel.
yeah, it's basically pitch black. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So eyes flash open to no light, no vision. Probably very heavy breathing. It's like panic. I imagine the first thing you do is start kind of like grabbing at the things that he's feeling until he realizes that they're attached, and then try to pull
Yeah.
probably on an arm or something. I'm imagining kind of like the Matrix hookup.
Yeah. But way more bloody. Right.
Worse, yeah.
Yeah. So like you pull one out of your arm, there's like a tentacle hooked in like to the inside of your elbow, maybe. And like you pull on it and it pops off. You see like teeth like around the edges of it, and you just pull out we see like a long shard of maybe it's bone or some kind of chitin or something. that was like embedded in your arm. So like you pull off the tentacle and then pull out like a 6 inches of like barb out of your arm. As soon as like you get it out, it starts screeching like the tentacle itself is just like screeching and screaming like it's like shooting blood everywhere. You probably can't see much of it, but you hear the screaming for sure.
Yeah, I try to throw it away. Like, away.
Yeah. You can get it away from you.
I don't think it needs anything from me to summon the bird. I try to summon the bird immediately.
Okay. If you have the shifts left, you can do it. So like the bird like appears somewhere around you.
Right on top of me, and I mentally communicate to start ripping them out.
Yeah, okay, so it's like helping you get the tentacles out. And the same thing happens with all of them. They're like all screaming. There's like a bunch of weird teeth on all of them. Maybe they're probably not all shaped the same. Like some of them are particularly weirder than others or whatever. Yeah, the one behind your eye is particularly painful to get out.
That would be the next one he goes for.
Yeah. But yeah, we probably like see you screaming and like pulling it out. Yeah, and the same spot on the back of your neck, that's where one of them was. You get that out. Okay. You got
Now that there's light, can I see anything besides the teeth as I'm ripping them out, or the whatever the tentacles? Really is.
I mean, you're surrounded by like mounds and folds of flesh and mucus and like liquids you probably don't want to know what they are. But like it's almost like you're in have you ever gone spelunky? Yeah, unwilling hentai. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like being in a cave, like a really tight fit. But it's all made of skin and, bone and stuff. There's like a way you can start crawling. There's like, if you're gonna have to like make athletics checks until you succeed, basically. But yeah, you can start like trying to move in a direction. It's like skin tight though.
As soon as I wouldn't really know. Am I able to get all of them detached?
Yeah, you get them all detached. The bird helps you.
Yeah, I'll start crawling, keeping the bird in front of me so there's light and to assist me in any way I can think of.
Okay. Here's what we see. We cut away from Vash for a second, and we see like a room full of shifty-looking people. And it's in like a dingy building. Like it's probably like filled with a layer of smoke from opium pipes. All the people are wearing like dark leathers. The windows are like boarded up, and it's just like a room. Okay, there's like we don't know any of these people or anything like that. The camera's just kind of like panning around the room. There's like part of the floor where there's like covered and soaked with blood. And then finally we pan over like what is basically like a torture rack where we see a familiar face tied down and restrained in its lapel, and he's sitting there. And his chest is open. There's tons of like worms writhing around in the wound. And he's basically like being interrogated. We see like as far as like faces in the room, most people's faces are like covered up with like a black bandana that covers their face from like the nose down. There's one person in the room, however, who is a fire genasi and dark stone-colored skin, mostly hairless, but he's also a fairly big guy. Well-toned, very nice, probably just like a very nice ornate robe mostly black with maybe like some jewels and stuff kind of engraved on it. Probably like wearing some jewelry around his neck or on his fingers. And he leans down towards Lapel, and he's like about to ask him a question when Lapel just starts screaming. And like the fire genasi kind of backs away, like he's worried something's about to happen. And we see like a light come on in the wound on Lapel's chest. And like he starts to emanate the same kind of like, at first it looks like the same kind of bright light we saw from Tulpa a minute ago. But then we see the wound starting to push and like prod, like something's pushing on the inside of it. and then I think we see like a giant flaming bird like writhe its way out of the wound, like this flopping back and forth. Lapel is screaming and bleeding all over the place. Vash, I'm assuming you're gonna crawl your way out of here, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the process, Lapel is going to die. But I don't think you would know that you're crawling out of Lapel's chest. I don't feel like you would know that.
Not expecting that.
But yeah, so that's what we see. We see like first like a bloody arm reach up from the inside the wound and like push some of the skin aside. And then another one do the same thing to the other side, and like his corpse by this point goes limp and he stops screaming. And it's like basically like being flopped around as Vash is like crawling his way out of it. Yeah, and then we see like eventually I guess you make your way out, and everyone in the room that's watching this happen is just dumbfounded. Like
Right.
there's like everyone is shocked to silence. I think that Fire Genasi is watching this and his mouth is just agape. And yeah, we just see you get out of the wound, like maybe you fall down on the floor and like pick yourself up. You're significantly weaker now. Like you feel like it's almost like learning to walk again. But you do still have like all the stuff you had on you. Yeah, do you want to like do we want to give you like a one-liner here? If you want to like say something to like end the episode.
So much pressure. I'm thinking. Sorry.
No, okay. I'm just making sure I didn't get disconnected again or something.
If you want to make it funny, you could say, "Do not go in there."
Really what I was thinking. I don't know if you'd have much of a sense of humor at this point.
It's bloody mess in there.
Bloody hell. Yeah. I don't want to be flippant, so.
How about you scream your wife's name?
No. That's an old.
What was her name?
Something cough.
Ikafa.
Like cough.
Old. What was her name? All right.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything, I guess.
That's
Because
fine.
the only things I can think of are funny, and I don't think you would be at this point.
It's okay. We can just like have the image of you like coming out of the body and like picking yourself off the floor and you're just like dripping blood and just like breathing really heavily. And then like you look up at the Fire Genasi and we cut to black and then credits. Okay. Somebody already left. I think Kyo just left.
Oh, I
He's like,
think
"All right."
you Just went to AFK on accident.
He was like, all right.
Because he was muted the whole time.
Yeah, he's been muted
Yeah,
for
if
like 10 minutes
If
or
you've been
so.
muted too long, it'll.
Oh, okay.
I fixed it, don't worry.